Want to know which players the elite managers are tipping at the start of the season? I got you, Nym fam. Hi guys, I'm Nymfria and welcome back to the home of FPL videos. Today I'm going to share with you a selection of players that elite managers are starting the season with, based on the new and super awesome cool feature just released on Fantasy Football Fix. Before we get stuck in, I'm hoping to reach 5,000 subs before the start of the season, so if you could, please support me by smashing the sub button. So Fantasy Football Fix have released this fab new feature that allows you to follow 12 elite managers in real time during their FPL season. Meaning you get a unique look at the expert teams and their transfers as they make them. Fix's cool algorithm combines the 12 elite managers team into one consensus 11, which is an amalgamation of 74 top 10k finishes and 55 top 5k finishes. So without further ado, let's take an early look at some of the key players the elite 12 agree on. The first player to make it into the consensus 11 is the Brighton goalkeeper Sanchez. Brighton are third in the attack difficulty rating and second in the defence difficulty rating. This is because they have great opening fixtures in their first 6 game weeks, where they face Burnley, Watford, Everton, Brentford, Leicester and Crystal Palace. Sanchez kept 10 clean sheets and made 67 saves last season, seeing him get 8 bonus points. Sanchez's expected points for the up-and-coming season is 4.22 per game. It's likely this expected form and Brighton's great fixtures, as well as Sanchez's cheap 4.5 million price tag, which has the elite managers making him their starting goalkeeper. Trent is the most owned defender in the game currently, and that is no different amongst the elite managers. He got 160 points last campaign with 26 bonus points from 2 goals, 7 assists and 10 clean sheets. With a spell on the sidelines due to injury, it's not hard to see why a now fit Trent is expected to get an average of 5.63 points per 90 minutes compared to his 4.75 of last season. Liverpool also have an amazing run at the start of the 21-22 season, only meeting Chelsea of the top 6 last season. In their opening fixtures, which consists of Norwich, Burnley, Chelsea, Leeds, Crystal Palace and Brentford. The consensus 12 will know that with an expected clean sheet for Liverpool of 13.4 this season, coupled with Trent's attacking threat of 2.75 expected goals and 7.95 expected assists, this makes Trent Alexander-Arnold a must-have, despite his 7.5 million price tag. Digne is a popular defensive pick amongst the consensus 12. They, like many, must like the look of Everton's opening fixtures defensively, a run that places them third best in the defence fixture difficulty rating. In the first 6 games, Everton faced Southampton, Leeds, Brighton, Burnley, Aston Villa and Norwich. Digne made 122 clearances, blocks and interceptions, resulting in 9 clean sheets last season. And that's not all. The French wingback had 46 attempted assists, converting 7 of them, resulting in 120 FPL points and 18 bonus points in 2,700 minutes played. Digne's expected assist for next season is 4.64, meaning if he doesn't keep a clean sheet, there's a likelihood he could still return for us FPL managers with an assist. He's also a tad cheaper than he was last season, coming in at 5.5 million. I can see why he's popular amongst the elite managers. Moving on to the midfielders, and it's no surprise to see Salah as the key premium midfielder. Okay, so Salah is 12.5 million, but I assure you any seasoned pro will not even think twice about paying that for the Egyptian king. In his 3,085 minutes last season, Salah had 127 shots, 52 of them on target and 99 of them in the box. These resulted in 22 goals and he grabbed 5 assists, which banked him 231 FPL points, 21 of these being bonus points. If you needed any reason to justify his price tag, that's it right there. In a nutshell, enough said. If you also consider Liverpool's opening fixtures, as we touched upon earlier with Trent, then it's a no-brainer. To be honest, Salah is fixture-proof, so he'd be a no-brainer anyway, but with these opening fixtures, it makes him even more so, if that's even possible. Rafinha impressed many of us last season, and his attacking threat certainly hasn't gone unnoticed by Fix's elite managers. The Leeds fixtures don't look great on paper, it must be said, with Man United, Everton, Burnley, Liverpool, Newcastle and West Ham in their first 6 fixtures. That said, we have seen Leeds score in the unlikeliest of matches, and their "we'll score one more than you" attitude plays right into Raphinha's attacking style. Last season, Raphinha had 67 shots, 24 on target, and created 12 big chances, resulting in 6 goals and 6 assists. The 6.5 million Leeds man racked up 133 points, including his 11 bonus points in 2,368 minutes, with his expected points per minute for the coming season based on last season's stats being 4.77, plus his budget price tag. You can see why elite managers are in agreement on starting the season with Raphinha in their teams. Next up is Bissouma. Okay, so there's a couple of 4.5 million midfield options floating about in the Twitter community for the start of the season. We all love a bargain, and we all love trying to spot the next big thing. The elite managers seem to be sticking with the dependable, what we know we hold strategy though. And the thing about Bissouma is, we know he starts in a team which has some of the best opening fixtures of the new season. He's cheap and he carries a small amount of attacking threat. Last season he had 7 shots in the box, 3 on target, and got a goal for some of these troubles. He also had 16 attempted assists despite not converting any. He got 77 points in 3,115 minutes. He hasn't become a consensus amongst the elite to be a starter in your team, that's for sure. However, he's there to be a cheap enabler, someone you can place on your bench who will tick away in the points and come in should you need them to help you avoid 0 points for a no-show. Consistency is key in FPL, and it looks like the elite managers base their bench fodder on this principle too. Moving on to some of the top forward picks, and Watkins takes the early top forward spot. Aston Villa's fixtures are decent. They do face Chelsea and Man United in their first 6, but face Watford, Newcastle and Brentford in their first 3, meaning you'd like to think there'd be plenty of chances for Ollie to score. Ollie had a great debut season last campaign with 14 goals and 5 assists in 3,330 minutes, earning him an England call-up, clocking up 168 FPL points, 18 of which were bonus points. Many FPL managers will tell you that Watkins can be a frustrating own. His stats confirm this, with 100 shots, 90 of them in the box and 46 on target. He is always amongst the action but doesn't always convert. However, towards the end of the season he seemed to be becoming more consistent. You'd much rather, as an FPL manager, have a player that's trying to score than one that just isn't doing anything. Watkins is already linking up well with his new teammate Buendia, continuing his goal-scoring form of last season into pre-season. It's this form that has pro managers banking on the 7.5 million Aston Villa striker. Last but certainly not least is Antonio. This forward addition was a bit of a surprise for me, but 7 of the elite 12 managers have Antonio in their early starting squad. I was less shocked when I looked at the fixtures. West Ham aren't flying high in the fixture difficulty rating. However, their opening 6 fixtures don't look all that bad on paper. They face Newcastle, Leicester, Palace, Southampton, Man United and Leeds at first. Of course, we can't know how these teams will be defensively this season, but they are all teams that Antonio can get a return from. With 64 shots, 54 in the box and 22 of them on target, Antonio was a lot more selective with his attempts. He did manage 10 goals and 5 assists in 1,985 minutes in a season that was largely interrupted by injury. It doesn't look likely that West Ham will push to keep Jesse Lingard after his loan spell from United, so Antonio may have to rely on teammates Bowen, Souček and Benrahma to provide the creativity this season. However, if they do, you know Antonio will be on the end of it. At 7.5 million and already scoring braces in pre-season, Antonio makes much more sense than I first thought. The elite consensus certainly thinks so anyway. Well, that's it you guys. Of course, this is just an early look at some of the players these elite managers are considering. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you have any of these players in your team? I hope this video's helped. If you'd like to know the full consensus 11 in real time, then you can check it out on fancyfootballfix.com. Just follow my link in the description below where you can get get 65% off the premium pack, which allows you complete access to this feature and many others. And please, if you've enjoyed this video, do hit the like button, subscribe and smash the notification bell. It means a bunch to me. Until next time, Nymfria out.